What's going on?
Oh, nothing.
What'd you do today?
Let's see. What did I do? I went on the treadmill.
Good.
Yep. And I went to the mall. Okay, so I got you these tapes.
These
Yeah,
tapes?
because one of them was $4 and one was $8. So I spent $12. If you don't like them, I can return them.
Okay, what are they?
Okay, one of them has, I couldn't find any with Neil Sedaka.
Surprise, surprise.
Okay, the first one has, The Game of Love, The Birds and the Bees, You're on My Mind, California Girls, My Girl, Love Potion number 9, The Boy from New York City, I'm Telling You Now, Just a Little, and Stop in the Name of Love. So I don't know if that's like, I know one of them, the Beach Boys song you like. But I don't know about the other one.
Okay, what's the other one?
And then the other one, it was really hard. It was a lot harder than I thought. But also because I don't really know a lot of these songs.
Right.
So
they're way beyond your,
Well, I know some of them. Okay, then this one is I Can't Get Next to You, Baby Love, What Kind of Fool Do You Think I Am?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, Rescue Me, I Heard It Through the Grapevine, Our Day Will Come. Hold on. Something to the Bump.
I don't know.
That one either. Hold on, the sticker's in the way. Oh, wait, here it is. Oh, no, I don't know. Some other song. Bump, 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 or something.
Okay.
Who Put the Bump?
Okay.
And that's it.
Oh.
But, I can return them.
Well, look, it's better than nothing, right? I mean, I have nothing right now.
But, is that anything you like?
Well, no. But I can definitely, use them on the equipment. So that's all that counts.
Well, no, what we should get, what we should do is, maybe we should go, I bought them at Pentagon City.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, so we could go to the tape store maybe at lunch or something and return them.
Oh, but is Ken around this week?
Yeah, but I can go. Cliff's not there.
Oh, that's right.
So, I've been taking hour lunches anyway.
So what else did you do today? Yeah, let's do that tomorrow and just go look.
Yeah, because also the thing I didn't know is I didn't want to look and, you could also always just get a tape by Neil Sedaka or something with all his songs on it.
Yeah. See, I don't know, and I get overwhelmed in those stores anyway.
Yeah, it is kind of overwhelming.
It is. And it's just, huge, and I've never been a tape or CD buyer anyway, so it's, the extent of my CD collection is Christmas carols.
Yeah.
That's it, so.
Do you have a CD player?
Mm-hmm.
Does it have a tape deck on it?
Yeah.
Well,
it's just
next time,
big box thing,
The other thing you can do is get a couple of, 2 or 3 CDs of music you like, and the next time Ryan's there, make Ryan make you a tape.
How would he do that?
You play the CD and you record at the same time on a tape, on a blank tape.
On the same machine?
Yeah, I can do it for you here.
Oh. Well, I could do it too if it works. I've got it. The CD is on the top of this box,
right.
And then it's got 2 tapes.
Right.
Oh.
You can even tape off tapes, Linda.
I can?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you could make a compilation tape of all the stuff you like.
Oh, all right. This gets very confusing.
I know.
So what else did you do at the mall today?
Well, I went with Ashley, and she said there were no people there that I hate. It's like, whatever. But, I don't know. It made my blood boil when I thought about it this morning. Just like that part of the reason I had not wanted to go was because of what all these people think about me.
I know. I know.
And it was different before when I thought I was coming back. Because it was like, I'll show them. And it's like, well, no.
I know. Well, we don't know how many people consider you the stalker.
Well,
that's highly interpretive. We just don't know. It could be none.
It's not none. If Susan Brophy said that.
She actually said that?
I don't know. Somebody actually said that to Marcia. Because Marcia said that to Betty.
That she's considered?
Uh-huh.
Huh.
I don't know. Then I talked to my friend Zach, who just got back from being in Europe for 2.5 years.
Oh, yeah. Now, where was he in Europe for 2.5 years?
Yeah, all over. You name it, he was there.
For what?
For just whatever.
Oh. Where does he live now?
Now he's back in L.A.
Oh. He doesn't know, does he?
No.
Oh, good.
No.
Keeps getting wider.
I don't tell just anybody, you know.
Well, I don't know how close a friend he is. You know. All right. So then I started thinking maybe you should call Betty. Because you know how she is? Well, I haven't had a chance yet, and I haven't had a chance yet. And she doesn't know the dateline, the timeline, does she?
No, I think she'll give it to him.
I hope so.
I'm sure she will. She's not going to sit. She never sits on it.
She doesn't?
Well, you know, I mean, she does her, I don't know. And anyway, you know, I feel a little bit like his knew I was going to do this, and he should ask for it, too. You know?
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I was a little peeved that she hadn't said to me, oh, you know, he said he would talk to Betty during the week.
About
the list.
Talk to Betty? Why Betty?
I was supposed to get the list to Betty.
Oh.
And then he would find out from her, you know.
Well, you can understand with him being overseas that it doesn't necessarily come easily. But I think when he gets back, he better.
Whatever, we'll see what happens. I kind of thought he'd call today. I don't know why. I just had this weird feeling.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, she's around, though, isn't she?
That doesn't seem to matter. Like, during the day,
Oh.
on the weekends, kind of a thing.
Just at night.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's possible he went to the office today. And then, so I guess it's possible he could have seen the package already.
No, it's not.
No?
Because she doesn't come in on Sundays like
Right,
that.
but is it possible no, I guess she wouldn't have left it out.
No. And I'm sure she didn't do what I asked her to do because, I don't know, it was too easy. So.
No, probably not. Well, all right, so he'll get it tomorrow. I'm just getting anxious, I guess.
You're getting anxious?
I know. Well,
you know, nobody knows what to do about moving. Nobody knows, you know.
Well, that's unfortunately a big problem. I mean, you have to think about it. You have month-to-month lease. Your mother has to worry about this. You know, I mean, I guess the deal of moving into your grandma's apartment is not going to happen, right?
Well, it just seems ridiculous.
Right.
It's a little bit of a waste of money. It's a lot. I mean, I don't know.
Did she move?
No.
Oh. Oh, was she only going to do that if you wanted
Right.
to? Oh. Now, will she stay there if you guys are both in New York?
I don't know. For now, yes.
God.
My aunt and uncle are going to try and move to New York, so.
You're kidding?
No.
Well, doesn't he work here?
He does. He's trying to find, if he can find a good job in New York. The problem, they hate Warrenton. Well, she hates Warrenton, and he now doesn't like it so much because they made...
Who did?
Some of the... My aunt has a column in the newspaper out there.
Yeah.
And it's like a social column.
What newspaper?
I don't know what it's called. And so...
Under her name.
Right.
Yeah.
And so she, so something or another.
To her?
Not to her, but to someone else who knows her.
You gotta be kidding.
No. So.
This is 1997?
Oh, sure.
You gotta be kidding.
No. So she, you know, so that really offended my uncle more than my aunt even.
Whose business is it anyway? I mean...
Oh, you know what I just realized? You know why he probably won't call? I just talked to him. It's a World Series.
You just talked to...
Yeah.
You called... You know, really, you are a glutton for punishment.
I am. What can you do?
I don't know. It's like, enough already. Why do you put yourself through this stuff? It's because you have nothing else to focus on. That's why.
I just need to get out of here. Ashley was like, well, you're never going to meet people. And I felt like I came really close to saying, look, I'm not going to live here much longer, so I really could give a if I meet anybody here. I should rather not.
Does she know that you're moving?
Yeah. She's upset.
I'm sure. She knows he's helping, right?
She knows he's supposed to. I mean, you know, I don't trust anything. You know how stressed out I am?
Well, she knows enough about him to assume that if he says he's going to do it, he's going to do it, I hope.
What are you talking about, Linda? That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Well, this doesn't even sound like it's hard, okay? So
no, I know, but I'm just saying, think of what you just said.
Why? Because he didn't bring you back after the election?
Yeah.
Well, I think we figured why he didn't bring you back.
I understand that, but there can be lots of reasons for everything. You know?
Mm-hmm.
The truth is that for as many reasons as he had for not bringing me back, there were just as many reasons to bring me back. You know?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we could argue about that forever. I tend to think that it was pretty overwhelming that it would have been politically suicidal to take that chance.
Well,
so.
I don't know.
But in this particular case, it's pretty easy. Put her in friggin' New York. How hard is that? It's a big city.
I don't think it'll be hard. The other thing, though, that I realized is that I kind of need to, I may need to call Betty because is that when I was talking to my dad, he brought up a good point. He said, you don't come back. Like, I forgot that Thanksgiving is so late.
When is it?
So Thanksgiving is the 27th.
Yeah.
So to say to start in the beginning of December,
listen, if he does this for you, your start date is going to be totally up. It'll be flexible. That's not even an issue.
I know, but I said to him the start date December 1. So isn't it?
No, you just say the week of December 1st and you figure it out later.
Okay.
That's not an issue.
It won't look bad
for
me?
Mm-mm. No, it won't. I mean, I don't even know what day of the week.
The other thing, though, is that, I guess, but then I'd have no money.
What?
Well, what I was going to say is maybe to start, my dad had sort of suggested maybe starting at the first of the year, then I have time to move. I have to move, too.
But moving are you talking about the household stuff?
Yeah, like furniture and moving to...
That's not your problem, right?
Well, yeah, it is. I mean, I have to find a place. I have to have a place. I mean, I guess it'll all be okay because I can do stuff, I don't know.
No, first of all, I don't know how you're supposed to survive through the whole month of December without an income. And you won't have an income.
I think he should give me money.
See, I do too, but I don't think he has any.
He's got plenty.
He doesn't have any money.
He has plenty of money. The buys plenty of expensive things. Believe you me.
Yeah. No. No.
She has to do a lot of things, though.
She does not. She is not an elected official. She's not an appointed official.
You know what my mom, actually my aunt, the point my aunt brought up, you know how she made that big to-do about all the proceeds from her book go to the charities?
Yeah.
What about the advance? Did she just not take an advance?
I don't know.
Isn't that interesting?
Well, an advance is nothing but an advance against sales. So, you have that no matter what, whether it sells none or it sells 1 million copies.
Right, but what I'm saying is...
But that's considered sales. I mean, I would assume that went...
No, I think that's like... I mean, you get an advance... But, let's just say you wrote a book and you got paid in advance and there were no sales of the book, they wouldn't ask for the money back.
No, of course not.
So...
But... I don't know.
Is,
who published her book anyway?
I don't know, but did she donate the advance?
I don't know. She didn't even write the book.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, she claims she didn't make any money off it.
I think Walter pays for a lot.
Oh, I think he does too.
I mean, somebody has to be paying. And maybe there are lots of Walters, you think about that.
Yeah. Well, I think they had saved for that. I think they had saved.
Not according to their financial disclosure.
But does that talk about savings?
Yes.
Ew, did I tell you Walter's hosting a party for her tomorrow?
No, where?
New York, in his apartment.
You're kidding. How'd you find out?
He told me. She asked him.
Who, she? Yeah.
And so she asked him to host it in his apartment.
You're kidding.
No.
So how'd you find out?
He told me.
Oh, when he talked to you about, what he can do for you in New York?
Sort of.
During that conversation.
You know, he was very cold to me when I saw him on Friday.
When did you see him?
At General Myers' ceremony. He was very cold to me. It was very weird.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
I went to General Myers' promotion ceremony.
Who's General Myers again?
General Myers, the
Army PA. Okay.
He went there. And I saw him, and he was very cold to me.
At this point, approximately 1 minute of this conversation has been edited out by the House Judiciary Committee.
Men get to keep their lives, you know?
Yeah. Look at this one, you know?
I know. But you know what? The ones who do this routinely are the ones who really have an empty life. He used the words.
Yeah, but you know what? I look at Andy, and it's like Andy.
Well, no, Andy, I find different. I find that a totally different thing. I think he compartmentalizes. I think he does have a good life. But I think he's engaged with his life. From what you've made it sound, he's engaged with his kids. He likes his life. Kate makes a nice home. I think that all is separate and apart, and I think he's totally different from the big creep and someone like Walter. And age has a lot to do with that, too. Well, I am leaving now to go to the athletic club.
Okay, good for you.
Yeah, lazy thing that I am.
Well, tomorrow we'll go walk and, well, I'm so excited. Cliff will be gone for 2 weeks.
That'll make your life a whole lot more.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure Mark is keeping tally of how many times I read the newspaper. You know, I haven't read the newspaper in 2 weeks, except on the weekends. I look at it online sometimes. That's how I feel.
You need to get out of there, there's no doubt. Maybe in the end of the 2 weeks, you'll be able to give your notice.
That's the whole point. I'm supposed to be able to.
Oh, yeah. Please don't let him step on this one.
Exactly.
You know what I could see? I could see him getting really pissed at me for that Marcia thing.
I don't think so. I think what he would get I think he'd understand that. But I think what he might get pissed at, and because I think he's thinking to himself, I can do this. This is easy.
Well, you know, it would have been easy to bring me back. You know, I mean, look, Linda, the truth is, I thought about this last night. Oh, I watched such a great movie last night. I'm sure you've seen it. Pillow Talk.
Oh, God, it's so old.
I know. It was so good. You know, look, this is the truth. The minute he started to have trouble with this thing, which was a long, long, long time ago, as in trouble of it just not happening.
What, bringing you back?
Yeah. He had to do one thing. That was have Erskine and whoever the head of communications is come into the office. And he needed to sit down with both of them and say, this is what happened. I'd like her placed back here. She'd like to work in communications, and I'd like it to happen in 2 weeks. And that's all that needed to happen, and I guarantee you it would have.
Don't you believe, though, that would have involved a tacit understanding that something did happen?
Not really. No more than what's going on right now.
No one will know.
Who would know then? I mean, you're talking about an assistant to the president. You know, that's somebody who's pretty...
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You know.
That's true. No, but what would have happened is that the grapevine would have really started with, this was created for her. Why? Whose pet rock is she? Oh, yeah, she was here before. There were rumors then. You know, I can actually see why this could have been hard.
Okay, but couldn't it have also been, okay, let's just say nothing had happened. Okay, let's just pretend for a minute. Nothing had happened, and he had paid all the attention that he had paid to me. Okay, and
but it was
they had been worried. So they did that because they were worried.
And put you at the Pentagon.
Right. And he felt bad because he knew that's what had happened, and I had been promised to come back, and like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it could just...
It's because he knows something did happen.
Yeah, I know that.
I mean, you know, and because I think he could be accused of being a total considering what's going on now. And has been for many months.
But then it could also be something that just dies down or becomes old hat. That's what I said to Betty one time.
What'd she say?
She said, well, I don't really hear rumors about them anymore. And I said, well, how do you know that won't happen with me?
Yeah.
And she said, well, that's a good point. You know.
Yeah.
I sure hope, though, if he starts to pick a bone with me about the UN, he sure as hell doesn't do it on the phone.
Why?
Because I don't want to start getting into a screaming match with him on the phone. That's not fair. I don't like that.
Okay, so then you just have to be prepared. If he says, look, it just doesn't look doable this other way, but I've talked...
make him explain it. Why is it not doable?
Yeah. Well, he already told you he was going to hand it to what's-his-name, right?
Right.
So, I can't imagine that wouldn't be doable. I mean, I guess you just have to be ready to respond. Are you absolutely positive you won't go to the UN?
Linda, unless he can give me a reason why I should go there and can describe to me the job that I'm going to have, and that makes me feel as excited as I am about doing something different, then no, I'm not going.
Okay, would you be interested in being like the number 2 protocol person?
Not really.
For the international trips, for...
Not really.
No?
It doesn't interest me. It doesn't, you know, light my fire.
Mm-hmm.
I already gave that up for a year and a half. You know? I've already done that. You know, I lost. Why should I have to settle again?
You need to make him understand that.
Yeah, I thought about that today. You know, I was thinking about, you know, he has, you know, because I haven't wanted to make him angry or I haven't wanted to have him think I'm nuts, you know, there are a lot of things that I haven't told him.
Right.
You know, about what I've gone through. And just even, I mean, giving the example of the party last night is a very good example. You know?
Yeah, that's a good example. And the fact that, you know, you left under a cloud. Obviously, you couldn't defend yourself. I mean, obviously. Obviously, he couldn't defend you.
I did tell him, now, did I tell you this? That I did finally tell him last time when we were fighting. Of course, I was sobbing, so I don't even know how much he understood. But I did tell him that whole bit about how, you know, when he brought me in there that day, when I found out I had to leave, I wanted to do nothing. You know, I mean, all I wanted to do was beg to him to not make me leave. I didn't want to leave. I was so scared. I was so upset. You know, and I said, and I didn't, because I couldn't ask you to do that in the election. And you told me you'd bring me back, and I believed you.
You mean he's the one who told you you had to leave?
No.
Oh.
But when I found out, okay, I found out on Friday.
Yeah.
And they were in Oklahoma. And then on Sunday, he called me at 6 o'clock.
In the morning?
No, in the evening.
Oh, at home.
He called me at 6 o'clock, and he said, you know, hi, and I said, hi, and this is like the Ron Brown thing. I said, how are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm okay, it's so sad. I said, I know.
That's when Ron Brown died?
Right, and I said, well, I have more bad news for you. He said, what? And I said, well, guess his last day is tomorrow. And he said, what are you talking about? What happened? And I said, can I come see you? And he goes, no, tell me what happened. So I told him what happened. I said, can I please come see you? He said, okay, come right over.
So you went over? But then at that point he didn't know what had happened.
No. He had said on the phone, he goes, I bet it has something to do with me. But I think that was out of paranoia and just, you know, I don't know. I mean, maybe he did know. I don't know. I don't think he knew.
But was that during the same conversation that he said, I'll have you back after the election?
That was on the phone.
Oh.
Then I went to go see him, right? He said I could come see him. So I went to go see him, and I was there. And he, you know, and I was so upset, and he said, well, let me see what I can do. You know, he said, why do they have to take you away from me? I trust you so much, you know. And then he said, I promise you, you know, something like, if I win in November, I'll have you back like that. You could do anything you want. You could be anything you want. You could do anything you want. And then I made a joke, and I said, well, can I be assistant to the president for blowjobs? Like that.
You didn't say that.
I did.
Oh, Monica.
And he just kept saying, I'll take care of you, I'll take care of you, don't worry, I'll take care of you. He said, if you don't, you know. And he was attentive for the next couple of weeks. And, you know, I cried, I hated my job.
This was April, right?
This is April. Then he called, okay, that was on Sunday. Then he called me on Friday to tell me he had found out what happened.
He called you at work?
No, I was at home.
Oh, because you had
been fired already.
Oh, Jesus.
So then I was crying because I'd gone to see Patsy Thomason, and I had already had, I think, my first interview. I think. I don't remember.
Yeah.
And I was like, I hate it, you know. I was like, they lied to me. I don't want this job. It's awful. Blah 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 blah.
And what did he say?
And he said, well, we'll just try it for a month, and if you don't like it, then I'll get you a job on the campaign. And then, you know, he called, and I said I hated it. And then, you know, it was like whatever it was, a month had passed, and so he had called one night, and I said, I'm really unhappy, you know. And he said, because I don't want to talk about your job tonight. Well, I'll call you this week, and we'll talk about it. I want to talk about other things, which meant phone sex.
Oh.
So then, and then he didn't call me that weekend. So I was ready, that weekend, I was ready to broach the idea of me going to the campaign. But I was very afraid that why would the people who wouldn't let me be at the White House let me work on the campaign?
Because the campaign's removed.
Yeah, but I mean, I still might see him or something. I don't know.
So did that ever come up again?
No, because he didn't call me that weekend. He promised he would, and then he didn't call. And then he called me Monday night at 3 o'clock in the morning and said, I'm sorry I didn't call you. I was sick all weekend.
This was still in April?
I don't know when this is. This is May.
Oh, but you were already at the Pentagon. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So I was already at the Pentagon, and so I said, oh, that's okay. But I knew I had made my decision. I said he promised me he would do it, and he didn't do it. So I don't care what the reason was. I'm not going to trust him that he's going to take me to the campaign.
Yeah.
Subsequent to her beating and rape, did Mrs. Murdoch's family request that a therapy?
Yeah, I'm sure he found out by that point what had happened.
He found out within that first week.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. See, remember I told you, he called me that next Friday to tell me what had happened.
Oh, because of Evelyn.
Right.
Yeah. Was he angry?
No.
Because you know why? He's a little recalcitrant kid who keeps getting into trouble with his and his surrounding buffer zone protects him from himself, and he takes it because he knows, you know, he needs supervision, and he knows that. And that's why he can't go totally ballistic, because he knows that. I promise you, that's Bruce's role in life.
Well, you know.
Bruce doesn't travel with him because they're best buds only.
I know.
So.
But he gets around Bruce. I mean, Bruce didn't even know about me.
I know, it's amazing.
You know?
I was too busy.
Scary thing for me is that I think Bruce now knows about you, and I also believe, because Bruce is quick, I think Bruce also knows that I know about you.
I think that's ridiculous. I think you're being absolutely paranoid about that, Linda.
No, I don't know that the big creep does, but I'd be willing to bet a year's salary that Bruce figures out.
He might think it, but he can't know.
Oh, no, of course not.
The only way he can know is if you tell him.
No, well, believe me, I never plan to have another conversation about any issue having to do with again in my life.
Yeah.
No, I just know Bruce, and so the fact that he didn't ask me makes me think
Ask you what?
anything about how I knew anything, or how, do you see what I'm saying? He didn't ask
No, we had this discussion before, and he did ask you. Remember?
But he
said
didn't.
something to you, well, how do you know that? Or you said something or another, and he said, well, the only people who
And I
do
said,
that.
apparently not.
Yeah.
But he didn't say, well, then it had, you know,
Yeah.
because of that, makes me think, okay. But that's not necessarily bad. It's only bad if the big creep knows. One thing Bruce does know about me is, and the big creep doesn't, is that I very much don't like to get involved in anything having to. Bruce and I went through a lot of crises during the time that I was there, where we'd be working till midnight, and he knew that I was on a, by choice, would remove myself from knowing certain things. I didn't want to know.
Yeah.
And I think he knows that much about me. I'm just not a high visibility kind of person, never have been. So if he knows and the big creep doesn't, I'm not as scared.
I'm sure they wonder. They just can't know. Only way they know is if they tap the phone, and I don't think they do that.
Nah. All right, I'm going off to the...
Okay, I'm going to go to the market.
How far is that? It's going to get dark soon, you know.
Oh, that's fine.
Hey, when do we send the clocks back?
Oh, I don't know.
I hope it's not this weekend.
I don't think so. I think we would have heard something about it.
And we haven't heard anything more about Tuesday's hearing, right?
I looked in the papers today. I didn't see anything. I'm sure there'll be stuff all over the news tomorrow.
Okay.
I'd imagine. But, you know.
Well, I'm calling Kirby first thing tomorrow morning
Yeah.
and say, you know...
If I, you know, I mean, you can do what you want to do and what you think is right.
Well, no, I want to know
No, I just think if I were you, and
I want him to
Kirby's your
talk
lawyer.
to Bennett.
What?
He should talk to Bennett
That's right.
if he hasn't.
And you should say to him, I understand why you think that we should appear to be neutral, whatever it is, and go, I don't care how we should appear to be. We can appear to be that way, but you need to be talking to Bennett, and you just need to understand that.
Yeah, no, I'm going to be pretty firm.
I think you should be because, I don't think he realized, maybe he thinks because you're at the Pentagon that somehow you're, it's very confusing, civilian, political, military. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So he may think your job is solid.
Well, it's not.
I know your job is solid because the creep said nothing would happen.
Yeah, but the creep is not always in charge. We know. Don't we know that for a fact?
Yeah, we do. But I made a point of saying to him, not just that she shouldn't, nothing should happen that way, but you should make sure that you tell somebody to tell someone that it doesn't happen.
Yeah, well, that doesn't mean he did.
No, I'm sure he mentioned it to Bruce, and I'd imagine Bruce took care of it. Look, Linda, I don't think they want to make you unhappy. Do you?
I don't think they care. They just, I think in their minds, I did my worst damage already.
What?
I did my worst damage already, inadvertently.
I think if they really didn't care, they would have done something. Don't you think?
No, they may still be planning it, just waiting for it all to tone down.
I don't think so.
I don't worry about it anymore because there's nothing I can change. I can't. It's only.
Yeah, the best thing that happened, and obviously, as we said the other night, happened as a result of, what you did, was that other woman coming out. Because everybody thinks Kathleen's a liar.
Yeah, but no one will ever know that they owe that to me.
Yeah.
And I believe that is directly owed to me. Because I fought him on that tooth and nail and said, she's lying. You had better be careful what you print because she's lying. About the other woman, I said, if she said it happened that night and that this story was given to her that night, I promise you that's a lie. Because her version had been, she went home to Richmond and immediately either went to see or called this woman. And she didn't. So
I just wish it would all go away.
I don't care whether it all goes away or not. What I want to happen is for you to get this fantastic job in New York with a wonderful salary and a new life. That's what I want at this point. All right, well, I'm going to go do my thing.
Go to the gym.
And I'll see you in the morning.
All right.
Okay?
So I'll bring these tapes. Can you go tomorrow?
Sure.
Okay, good.
We'll just plan a time.
We'll try and find it.
Maybe I won't bring my lunch tomorrow and we'll just grab something healthy over there.
Okay, that's smart.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right.
There's a good turkey sandwich place there.
They do?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it near the tape store?
Well,
we won't have much time.
Stores.
Okay.
So I think hopefully.
What we should do is walk.
Yeah, hopefully it won't be raining though.
Is it supposed to?
I don't know. It rained a lot today.
Yeah, no. I think tomorrow's gonna be better.
Okay, but make sure you bring a coat because it's gonna be cold.
Yeah, I've got to find a coat. I don't even know where my coats are. I have my fur in storage, and obviously it's not the weather for fur. And the other ones I haven't even had cleaned yet. So, all right. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. Let's plan on going whatever time is good.
So cute.
So it's actually getting a little better. It's very gradual, but you know what? I don't care. I'm very glad I went back, and it gives me a focus each week, to sort of concentrate a little better.
I know. Maybe I should join.